Irregular Verbs, Part 4. Introduction. Welcome to this lesson on irregular verbs. For each verb, we will begin with the base form of the verb. You will hear 2 example sentences. We will then move on to the past form of the verb. You will also hear 2 example sentences. I hope you enjoy this lesson and find it useful. You can email me at teacher@englishfreestyle.com with your comments, suggestions, and requests. Make. I make difficult decisions every day of my life. Susie makes a lot of mistakes while doing her homework. Made. I made a couple of sandwiches for lunch. Susie made her classmates very angry. Meet. I meet new people every day. Unfortunately, most of them are boring. Susie always meets a lot of potential boyfriends when she goes clubbing. Met. I met my best friend when I was only 5 years old. Susie met her new boyfriend at the university. Pay. I sometimes pay a lot of money to eat good food. Susie always pays for herself when she goes out on a date. Paid. I only paid £50 for my TV. Susie paid £500 for a dress. Put. I always put my coat on the same spot. Susie often puts her clothes on her bed. Put. I put water in the kettle before I left the house. Susie put her boyfriend's clothes on the pavement because they were arguing about something. Read. I only read non-fiction. Susie usually reads romance novels. Read. I read a book about the history of China last week. Susie read a novel by Jane Austen for her studies. Ride. I sometimes ride the bus to work. Susie occasionally rides horses for fun. Rode. I rode the train yesterday evening because the bus broke down. Susie rode a black stallion called Beauty the other day. Ring. I ring a lot of people for my job. Susie sometimes rings people just for the fun of it. Rang. I rang my boss yesterday to tell him that I would be absent today. Susie rang one of her boyfriends to break up with him. Run. I sometimes run instead of work. Susie always runs back home when she is excited about something. Ran. I ran in the marathon last year. Unfortunately, I came last. Susie ran home when she found out about the divorce. Say. I always say hello to my neighbor. Susie always says my name incorrectly. Said. I said goodbye to my secretary before I left work. Susie said that she wanted to start her own business. See. I see all of Susie's mistakes, but I don't know how to talk to her about them. Susie sees a lot of students and lecturers at university every day. Saw. I saw my best friend talking to his cat the other day. Susie saw one of her boyfriends kissing another man. Sell. I can't sell anything. I am not a salesperson. Susie sometimes sells her old clothes to her friends. Sold. I sold some fudge when I was at primary school. Susie sold one of her blouses for £10. Send. I sometimes send presents to my parents in Australia. Susie still sends presents to her ex. Sent. I sent a box of chocolates to my boss. Susie sent an expensive watch to her best friend. Set. I always set my alarm clock for 6 o'clock. Susie sets the timer when she makes some dishes. Set. I accidentally set my alarm clock for 8 o'clock, so I was late for work. Susie didn't set the timer last night and ended up burning the food. Sing. I never sing in front of people. Susie sometimes sings to herself to help her calm down. Sang. I sang in the shower this morning. Susie sang her favorite song yesterday evening. Sit. I sit at work for too long. Susie usually sits while she is doing her homework. Sat. I sat on the sofa last night. Susie sat on the lawn to gaze at the stars.